Hi, this is Mason Winfield with another installment of Psi-Friday with Mason. This Friday, we are talking about the mysterious, unusual phenomenon they call crop circles. First off, a lot of the crop circles we see these days are being faked. There's very little doubt in my mind that a great many of them are. But yet, crop circles have been written about for centuries in the West. So let's take a look at the crop circles of the state of Ohio. Between 1941 and 2025, that's 84 years, they have reports of 45 crop circles. There is a nice organization, I believe they're called the International Crop Circle Collectors Research Association, ICCRA. They're doing wonderful work. And of these 45 crop circles that have been mentioned, 5 of them, very little information, just it was reported. So you got 40 that have been reported in more depth, and they can be located quite directly. And of those 40, there are some very interesting patterns. First of all, let me mention some patterns that do not seem to exist. The crop circles in Ohio were not observed to be connected to geological anomalies. They weren't on like vortexes and blind springs and gas wells and whatever, they weren't. Only one of them appeared to manifest on a sacred date. It was August 1st, which was a lunasa. 2 of them appeared to make a sacred alignment with each other. 2 of them, within reasonable proximity, seemed to take the line of the summer solstice sunrise. But you could say that neither one of these has been terribly well studied, but you could not say that it is a major pattern. One of them appeared to have sacred form, sacred geometry. It was taking on fractal patterns that might relate to the classic spiral. That one was probably faked, in my opinion. Let's go to the patterns we do have. You know, in the rumors, the UFOs have something to do with crop circles. They're often seen in proximity, either time or place. And a lot of things that are reported as UFOs, like extraterrestrial craft, are probably not. They're probably balls of light. They're earth lights. They're witch lights like the native people have. But 4 of the Ohio crop circles, the night before their formation, balls of light were reported in the sky in the vicinity. 8 of them, that's a 5th of them, were reportedly connected to electrical storms the night before discovery and percussive events like massive thunderstorms and lightning strikes and things like that. 10 of them in Ohio were discovered very close to places of ancient sanctity, like ancient native religious structures. And Ohio, the Mississippi Valley, the Ohio River Valley, they have a lot of ancient sacred monuments. The average American is not aware how common they are there. Crop circles, though, I'm going to take some information from a dear old friend, Sig Lonergan, who I interviewed him a couple times about a lot of different things. I even overheard him give a talk about crop circles once. And he mentioned that crop circles are not sacred space, like a temple, a church, whatever. Every time you go to a classic ancient sacred site, you can feel inspired. If you're a dowser, you can detect energy. When it's a crop circles tend to be like batteries. You go there, and whatever juice they've got, it deteriorates. It's over in 24 hours. Whereas a grand cathedral, it's never dead. Also, crop circles are not sacred space in any classic formula. They do not seem to possess sacred geology. We mentioned that. They don't seem to have sacred astronomy, though we may have had that one in Ohio that was arguably sacredly aligned. And we don't seem to have sacred geometry, sacred form. It seems to be rare. I will end this by saying that Sig Lonergan said of crop circles, meaning the not faked ones, he said, you know, I don't know what crop circles are, but they scare the hell out of me. We hope to see you next Friday.